I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, so within a few minutes you'll see that my left hand shakes. Kind of annoyed me. I was a year into a cancer diagnosis. Now I found the funny in cancer. Cancer should come with a secretary. There's some people who are familiar with the routine. But I was having trouble finding the funny in Parkinson's. So I went to YouTube, as you do, typed in funny Parkinson's. Found a video clip from Vicki Claflin, who had gotten Parkinson's when she was 50. She was already a comedian. And she showed described a list of things you could do better with a tremor in your left hand. And I liked that, so I came up with my own list. Started thinking of the tremor as a superpower. What could I do with a superpower like this? I could be a bartender, specializing in James Bond martinis, shaken, not stirred. I could make road signs, specializing in curved roads ahead. I could be a spy, because I'd have my own. They'd never figure out my Morse code. Our side would figure out that they figured out that I had a Morse code that was unreadable when they started transmitting it back. Then we'd know we had them all. I could be a cook, specializing in shake and bake. I could work in a morgue. Every morning I'd go in and shake all the bodies, make sure they're still dead. I don't really know how to fly first class. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know how to dress. People are paying a lot of money to fly first class, so I figured they're going to dress up. So I try and aim for something between going to a party at my friend's house and going to a party at my boss's house. I don't know where to look. I don't really want to make eye contact with people, because they might figure out I'm trying to figure out how they made enough money to fly first class. There's the guy in the suit over there. He's probably a hedge fund manager. They make a lot of money. So he's first class rich, but he's not private plane rich. That would be Beyonce. There's a woman over there. She's dressed nicely. She might have made some Microsoft stock options that gave her the freedom to fly first class whenever she wanted. Early Microsoft employees got lots of stock options. But she's not Bill Gates rich. She's wiped malaria off the planet rich. So I've flown first class 3 times in my life. First time for my 25th wedding anniversary. We didn't have much vacation time, so my husband cashed in all his frequent flyer miles, booked us a first class flight for a 4-day vacation in Hawaii. Second time, he was flying on business. I was flying with him. Because he had lots of frequent flyer miles, sometimes they upgrade people to first class. So they offered him an upgrade. And he said, well, I'm flying with my wife. You have an extra seat for her. And as it happens, they did. That's why we've been married 50 years. Third time was recently. Medical emergency had me fly at the last minute. My husband looked it up and realized there wasn't much difference between first class and economy, so he booked us both first class tickets. Now, I had forgotten, you fly first class, the first thing they do, and when you walk on the plane, is offer you a drink. But I did remember when they offered me a drink that they would make my favorite drink, champagne and orange juice, mimosa. So I asked for mimosa and they handed it to me. What I didn't remember about first class is they take it up 5 minutes later because you can't have the drink on your tray table when they take off. Well, sure, they hand it to you when you walk in and sit down, but then they take it up a few minutes later. So I thought, okay, I wonder if I could get another one after we take off. So I tested, just like a 2-year-old testing their power when they first learn how to say no. Sure enough, they gave me another drink. So that was great. The power overwhelmed me. So, champagne, bread, and hot towels. So I told you the champagne story. Bread story comes last. The hot towels. I don't know what it is about first class passengers. They must be dirtier than the rest. Because they bring you a hot, wet towel to wash your hands and face before you eat. So the towel is so hot that they hand it to you with tongs. The flight attendant won't even touch it. So you have to wait till it cools off before you can open it up and use it, and then hold on to the dirty towel until she comes back and give it back to her. So again, I don't know why first class passengers are dirtier than everybody else. They're the only ones that get hot, wet towels. no bread. So I overheard somebody in the row in front of us. You like that one? So I overheard someone in the front row and the row ahead of me ordering cinnamon buns. And so when the flight attendant came to take my order, I said, well, I would like cinnamon buns too. And she said, oh, that's for the bread course. So in the rest of the plane, you are lucky if you get a meal. In first class, you get courses. I'm trying to learn the rules for first class in case I ever get rich enough to fly first class again. I'm Carol Covin. Thank you very much.